And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the common council president and the common council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Having headphone issues. I'm always having headphone issues. Well, not always. But, you know, some things what's the word I'm looking for? You have certain idiosyncrasies that have to be taken care of first before you do something else, right? What are some of those bizarre things that people do? Everything you do with your left hand, you have to do with your right hand. If you scratch your left hand, you have to scratch your right hand. What are those called? Like if you wiggle your nose to the left, you got to wiggle it to the right. Are they what do you want to call them? Idiosyncrasies like splitting poles. Do you split poles, by the way? Yeah, like superstition. Yeah. So I've never ever been a person that was superstitious to where I didn't do something or did something because people get weird. You look like you want to say something. Who cares? You break your mama's back? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like when I heard it as a kid, I went, what? Step on a crack, break your mama's back. That just doesn't make any sense to me. But we hold on to so many bizarre, weird, strange things. I like things to be balanced. I'm one of those weirdos. I like things to be balanced. But everything can't be perfect. But it can be balanced, right? I'm one of those weird people. I have to have two of everything. Watch this. Okay, this will sound. What's my favorite candy that I eat? Altoids, right? I've been eating Altoids since I was in college. I discovered them at the University of Illinois, Chicago, in a store where I looked at them, and the mints at the time were $1. And I thought, oh my God, mints are $10, like 10 bucks, 10 cents. A roll of mints, peppermint lifesavers, was 10 cents. Might have been a quarter, back in the 70s. They wanted 99 cents. I was like, oh my God, that's expensive as I'll get out. I just saw Walgreens. They had them for $4.79. I'm like, okay, something wrong with y'all. I won't be getting them from there. But I do support Walgreens. They're one of my favorite places. But the point I'm trying to make is that prices have gone up. But when I eat them 2 at a time. Or if I eat 4 at a time. I don't know why I do that. If I eat sweet tarts, candy, if I have food, meat, I need 2. Not the rice, not the peas or the green beans or whatever, but meat-wise, I need 2 small pieces. If it's not 2, I'll cut it into 2 pieces and have 2 equal pieces. I don't know what that is. I don't know why I do that. 833-212-1017. Maybe I'm just broken. And I have to come to the realization that there are just some things in your life that no matter what you do, no matter what you say, you have broken places in your life. You have those spaces that aren't really built up like they should be. I can safely say, physically, I'm probably at about 95, 98%. Mentally, probably about 95, 98%. But there's some places I'm like 0.2. Like there's some things emotionally, physically, mentally, I'm just like, it's that weak place. And I think everybody has it. Everybody has that space where they're weak, where they're broken, right? And it's not going to get fixed. You know, there are just some things in life you can't fix. There are some things in life that happen, and it sounds good that you want to try to fix it, but you can't. By the time my father died when I was 11, I had seen so many people on my father's side of the family pass away that it really didn't. I mean, I was sad, but I wasn't like shocked. But it still leaves you broken. And I had to realize that in that instance, there is absolutely, positively nothing you can do to change it. I don't care how much you would cry. I don't care how much you would get happy. I don't care how much you would get upset. I don't care if you got, whatever. You're never going to get over certain things, and you're never going to change it. And so I used to think about, so then what do you do when you have that space in your life that you don't let anybody in because it's that space that's broken, and if it comes out, it'll blow up in your face? What do you do? And so when I get, is it contemplative or contemplative? I've heard it both ways. I sit outside, even when it's cold. Like it was 40 degrees the other day. I was sitting outside, chilling, had a light. It was like maybe 8 or 9 o'clock, and I'm reading a book. Now, how strange is that when you're sitting here reading a book on a Saturday night, Sunday night outside? And I came across a quote because I love quote books. Those things that make me think, that make me what? Contemplative. I still don't know which one it is. I got to figure that out. 833-212-1017. Is it contemplative or contemplative? I don't know. Either way, I came across a great quote by Ernest Hemingway. And I'm sitting here thinking, what can I do to make myself better? Like every day I want to be a little better. Yeah, I mess stuff up. I screw stuff up. I say things I shouldn't. I do things I shouldn't. But in those broken places, those little small areas that nobody knows about but me and maybe 1 or 2 other people, how do you deal with that? And I came across a quote by Ernest Hemingway. For those of you that haven't heard about Ernest Hemingway, great author, had his own issues. And I'm so busy, and again, I've said this on the radio, I'm so busy trying to be good at the things I'm good at and avoiding the things that I'm terrible at, but I never dealt with where I'm broken. And it dawned on me because I kept saying to myself, I'll never be broke and I'll never be broken. But there are some things that are already broken that are irreparable. There are issues and situations where you can't repair them. And then Ernest Hemingway summed it up for me in a way that I had not thought about it before. It was so simple, I was in awe. Ernest Hemingway said, you have to be stronger at the broken places.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
It's big week for First Stage. Truth Nation, the NAACP Image Award nominated novel, The Forgotten Girl by India Hill Brown, will be coming to the Milwaukee.
Is that the title?
The broken place.
Okay.
About their town's history of segregation. This entertaining play runs from October 20th to November 12th. Big Week on 1017 The Truth is sponsored by First Stage. Visit firststage.org today to get